Imagine waking up every day haunted by a past you can't escape, a past that has defined your entire existence. This is Greg Torty's reality. Greg awakes in darkness, usually before 4. Any little sound will do it, a dog barking, a rabbit bumping against the trailer, or the wind. Occasionally, he awakes in terror, thinking he's back in prison, where he was beaten and tormented by other inmates. He gets out of bed, washes his face, and looks in the mirror. At 40, he's still boyish, with short brownish blonde hair and pale blue eyes. He brushes his teeth, the front ones prosthetic, and straightens to his full 5 foot 11 inches, a brawny 185 pounds. He gazes at the tattoos covering his broad chest and upper arms, a swirling mural of demons, skulls, and angry faces. These tattoos are a reminder of the evil inside him, a violence that's always waiting to be loosed. He has to be careful every minute of the day. Greg goes to the kitchen, puts on a pot of coffee, turns on the computer, and reads the news. He makes breakfast and gets dressed. His wife, Ticey, and their 4-year-old, Anthony, won't rise for a couple of hours. He kisses them both goodbye. He walks outside, into the glare of bright floodlights in the yard. The family lives in a double-wide trailer on a dead-end street just outside Tiny Ferris. He walks down the gravel driveway, passing a yard piled with tires, cinder blocks, rusted bikes, and crumpled blue tarps, guarded by a tied-up dog. Driving the unlit country roads, his mind takes off too, down a dozen different rabbit holes, dark, twisted places from his past. Inevitably, he finds himself reliving that terrible day almost 20 years ago. That day at the goddamn pool party. He goes over every detail. The sun, the water, the laughter, the bathroom. The boy was only 6. He was only 21. Greg sucks in his breath, tightens his grip on the wheel. His whole life, he has fought people, hurt them deeply, been unbelievably reckless. But it's also true he's had bad luck, really bad luck, the kind of luck that can be distilled into a bitter headline. Passing the homes of normal citizens who are just waking to start their normal days, he thinks of the words tattooed across his chest. Cursed at birth. He remembers the heat of the day and the cool of the water. It was a Sunday afternoon, June 9, 1996. He and his girlfriend, Jolene, had just had Morgan the year before, a beautiful baby with her mom's blonde hair and her dad's blue eyes. The young couple often fought, but they were trying to make things work, living with Greg's mom in Red Oak. At the pool, the group cracked open beers and cranked up the radio, and soon there were 9 or 10 of them, laughing and telling old stories. Then Luke announced he needed to go to the bathroom. The boy had diarrhea. Brenda had downed several beers by that point. Greg decided to follow. He hadn't eaten that morning, and now he was starving. Inside the small one-bedroom, he raided Donna's refrigerator. Even now, Greg can't really explain why he did what he did. What had come over him? Maybe he was a little buzzed, acting stupid. The images still rush back to him like scenes from a bad movie. The boy in the bathroom. The remaining hot dog in his hand. Brenda screaming at him by the pool. Getting arrested. The words in the police report, which spelled it all out with sickening clarity. Greg had always invited trouble. Even as a toddler, he was headstrong. This trait had put him at odds with his father. Greg learned early not to complain. "You can't hurt me," he'd taunt back, finding strength in defiance. He was strong, but he was also wild and mean. One minute the life of the party, the next provoking the biggest guy in the room. By 15 he'd dropped out of school and was spending nights on friends' couches. By 17 he was doing drugs. Greg goes to bed around 10. He closes his eyes, prays for Ticey and Anthony. Prays for Luke. He stares into the darkness. Here, at home, he's not a sex offender. He's a dad. Be strong, he tells himself. Be strong.